Hi, I'm Pablo Casillas Espinosa. I'm a research fellow at Monash University in Melbourne, Victoria. And my research focuses on finding novel treatments and biomarkers to prevent or modify the progression of epilepsy. And we also have lots of interest in automated analysis of EEG data and managing big data sets, particularly multi-omics data sets. So like one of the hot topics is the seizure forecasting, which is this session that we're really excited about, and that we will have the opportunity to have one of the leaders in the field to have a brainstorming session with us.
Yeah, my name is Dr. Ewan Nurse. I'm from Melbourne, Australia. That's where I work currently. So I work for a company named SEIA, and I'm an honorary fellow at the University of Melbourne. Seizure forecasting, I guess, has been something that people have been trying to do for quite a long time, at least since people have been digitizing EEG. People have been trying to forecast when a seizure is going to occur. And we're really at a turning point right now where there's a number of different technologies and devices and methods that are emerging quite rapidly. And I think we're going to see translation of seizure forecasting, relatively soon. So I guess what I want to do is give a state of the art of where all the top groups in the world are at with seizure forecasting. There's a number of different approaches that people are taking. So a seizure forecast, depending on your method, usually would give at least about a 10-minute warning. Some of our results that we're publishing, it's been an hour or 24 hours of warning. And what's important as well is that we're not only forecasting periods of high seizure risk, but also periods of very low seizure risk. So you could tell people when they're far less likely to have a seizure, and then something like, cooking dinner or something might seem a bit less scary, if you've got seizures that make that a problem. Beyond just the standard idea of giving somebody a warning, there's definitely implications for therapy and diagnosis and management of epilepsy. So usually when people take medications for their epilepsy, they take the same medications at the same time of day, every day. So it opens up questions of, can we start to modify some of those protocols? Should we only be giving people tablets, at certain parts of their seizures, or should we change doses throughout the cycle? It also has huge ramifications for the way that we underdo drug trials at the moment. Drug trials really assume that people have somewhat constant seizure rates, in their diary, in their pre-treatment period and then their treatment periods. But they might actually be fluctuating in and out of high and low seizure risk in that time. And if they started the trial, 2 months later, they might have had completely different results. So forecasting has massive implications. We also have a retrospective study that we've done that shows if you get an EEG done at the peak of your cycle, you're more likely to get an answer to the diagnostic question than if you get an EEG done at any other point in your cycle. So you could actually use a forecaster to better schedule, imaging studies and EEG and things like that to improve the yield.